First of all, congratulations on Romeo Must Die.
Thank you.
Did
Thank you very much.
Fantastic business, and no doubt will continue to do great business when it's released here in the UK. But what did you think of the overall success of it?
In UK?
Well, no, I mean predominantly in the US.
I always tell myself when I was working, I just do my best. I work with my very good producer, Joe Silver, and my crew, and the writer. We try very best when I was working. So when the movie finished, that's my job finished. I'm very lucky the audience like it, but I think I can do better in the future.
And in terms of, I mean, the movie has got quite a big sort of heavy hip-hop feel to it. You know, are you actually into that sort of music yourself?
I think a movie is very important, not just watch the picture. We have a very strong music. Even I make a lot of movie in Hong Kong. Once Upon a Time China, they have very strong music.
Oh, very
dong, 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 dong. So it's very helpful for the movie. So this time we put the martial art and the hip-hop music together. Before this movie, I didn't familiar about the hip-hop music, but now I thought it's perfect for action movies.
Say hi to your UK fan club, Jet.
Hi.
What has been the most difficult stunt you've performed on screen?
In this movie?
Any movie.
Oh, a lot. We talk about in this movie, it's the hanging upside down in the present. That's the most difficult part because your blood circulation, you know, is this way when you turn on. So all the blood go to your head. After 5 minutes, you get a headache. Then I say, sorry, cut. I need to relax. Then you do again. So took me 5 days to finish that scene. It's
So
quite
you're
difficult.
hanging upside down for 5 days?
Say 12 hours a day. Because this is the first I'm in the leading role in English movie, so we try to choreograph the martial art sequences differently. Some real, some little bit overdue, some different kind. I really want to know the audience, what's their react. So after the movie, through the internet, I talk to the audience, which scene you like it, which scene you doesn't like it, then I can work in the future. Because you know, the martial art movies we're showing in the whole world, different kind of audience. They have different kind of react. In Asia, they say, "Oh, I thought before I like a Fistfight Legend." You know, in the States, some new friends they say, "Oh, I like Romeo Must Die." So it's quite different.
What was it about the script for Romeo Must Die that made you think, yes, I have to make this film?
I remember 2 years ago when the Joe Silver offered me to play the lead bad guy villain in Little Women 4. Then I say, oh, I made 25 movies in Hong Kong. I never played villain, so I don't know my audience what's their reaction when they heard the news. So he said, don't worry, here is the good guy. He offered another movie, is Romeo Must Die. So one bad guy, one good guy. I don't have a lot of chance at that time because I think the people always, when you go to the new situation, first you need to prove yourself. You can work, you have special skill, you can make money for the studio. Then in the future, right now, maybe better than before, I have a little bit chance can choose what kind of story I really want to make it. I hope in the future I have more chance can choose what kind of story I really want to make it, what kind of story I don't want to make it. But first you need to prove yourself. Martial arts help me, you know, not just physical. I learned martial arts from a physical part, also internal, you know, the other part with the yin yang. I learned martial arts, so martial art helped me become very nice person. I treat my family very well. I work with my crew, my friends very well. So that's why I work in Little Weapon 4. After Little Weapon 4, I can work with Warner Brothers again. The Joe Silver, the producer, then we make this movie. After Little Weapon 4, Mel and I become friends. So we're going to produce another movie. In the future, I'm going to work with the director in Little Weapon 4. We're going to co-produce in the other movies. So I think martial art helped me grow up. The philosophy is very, very strong. I learned martial art first, then I become actor. A lot of action stars, they learn acting first, then they become action stars. That's the difference. I tell myself I'm just a normal person. This is why nobody challenge me in the street, because I never say I'm the best fighter in the world. I said I'm the normal person. I have a little bit skill, so this is why I make action movies. Just like your friends, you went to my home, so when I walk on the street, the people treat me very nice. They say, "Oh, you're so nice. You're a nice person." I say, "Yes," because some information is wrong. After they watch Little Weapon 4, they say, "Jelly, you're so mean in the movie." I say, look, I'm just a normal person. But right now it's much better. Everybody like me, on the street say, "Hey," so I feel very comfortable. I hope everybody treat me like your family. I hope the people live in the earth that just everybody like a family. I very enjoy it. Hong Kong, first the city is very small. Making movie is so easy. Two brothers, he had an idea. He said, "Jet, you want to make the movie?" I thought, "Oh, I like it." So we said, "Go to make it." So we go to make it. 2 months later, maybe 3 months later, you can see the movie in the theater. In the States, the family quite big. I have a mother, father, grandfather, many sisters, brothers. You have a wonderful story, then you need to say, "Brother, you like it?" "Sister, you like it?" "Mama, you like it?" "Dear, you like it?" So you need everybody proof, then you can make the movie. The movie come out maybe 2 years later. So that's the difference.
America, do you think you'll go back to Hong Kong films?
I think a lot of people interested in the question. But in my opinion is, I don't care work in the American or in Hong Kong, or right now I work in Paris. In Europe, doesn't matter. Most important is the story and the character. You have some nice information, try to share with your friends. That's important, because now you have a camera, it's made in Japan. Maybe you wear some shoes made in China. It doesn't matter. You feel comfortable, convenient, you pay the money, you thought it's work, then just do it. I think the most important is people pay the money, they want to see the wonderful story, the character. Of course, I have some martial art in there. That's my opinion. For new audience, after Little Weapon 4, they know, oh, who is Jet Li? Then after that, they thought Romeo is pretty good. But I think martial art in the movie is only can help the movie. It's most important is depends what kind of story. If we talk about the Matrix, you can a little bit overdo because the storytelling, and I walk on the wall, flying. So if we talk about the real life, the martial art, we need a more street fighter, more strong. So
the difference between the Hong Kong productions and obviously the US productions is more than anything else almost the time. You've maybe got a little bit more time to spend in Hong Kong on the fight sequences and things like that. Did you have the chance to be able to put all of that you really wanted to put into the fight scenes, or were you quite limited?
I tried my best. I did 70%, 70%, because I wanted to have more time focus on the martial arts sequences, but we schedule very tight. You know, the Hong Kong movies industry, the system a little bit different with Hollywood. So in that kind of case, it's very tough. But I'm so lucky already because the producer Joe Silver gave me the best he can do, you know, give me the time to do the action sequences. Yeah.
Will you be working with Joel Silver again on the Matrix sequel?
Matrix sequel.
Are you involved?
This is internet rumors now.
Is it true?
Yeah, let's get down to some rumors. What's going on with the Matrix connection? Because there's been a lot of talk about it on the internet. How heavily involved are you?
Wachowski brothers, they are my friends. We have dinner sometimes. Sometimes we talk about how to make an action movie or martial art movie in the future. They're like Matrix. They saw all my old movies. They like me too. So, but Matrix is right now is top secret. They don't want to talk, so I cannot give you answer.
Okay.
Sorry. Until one day I got the information. They say you can talk, then I talk to you.
Rumors true you've been working with Mel Gibson on the Invincible TV series.
Yes, we're going to co-producer Invincible. It's basically on my idea. So we make a pilot first next January in Australia.
So, can you give us any idea of the plot at all?
And X-File and Matrix and my philosophy put it together. Yeah.
君子動口不動手。
Actually, I want to ask a question about the what's now being called the French project with Luc Besson. What's going to happen with that? Because a lot of people are very excited about it.
Just like I said, 3 months ago, I met Luc in the States. I said, "What do you think about make a movie in Europe? What's it look like?" He say, just like exactly like Hong Kong. You know, Hong Kong, we just two brothers. We like the movie. We like the story. We're going to make it. We don't have a big family in the States. We said, okay. Why we just think about make a movie? So we decided going to make a movie. Right now I'm working in Paris. 2 weeks later we start shooting. We're both co-producer the movie. The movie called Kiss of the Dragon. So this is why I learn a lot from the audience because they talk a lot in the internet. I have a website. So they through the website give some opinion. Romeo must die. They like some part, so some part they doesn't like too fantasy, you know. So I did some research. They like Face of Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Like it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm glad to hear that. So a lot of people like the movie. So now we try to make a one movie. Between the professional, in here is called the professional?
Leon.
Leon, okay. Leon.
It's called Professional in America.
And the Leon and the
Festival.
Fistful Legend, the style, make it together. I thought it's a wonderful story. It's a pretty good. When I remade the Fistful of Legend, I focused on the story because I thought Bruce Lee movie is incredible. It's the martial art is, I think, is the best, but the storytelling is maybe the story is a little bit narrow. Talk about my story. Try to talk about more philosophy or more story, because I don't think all the Chinese people is good guy. Some is bad. Not all the Japanese guy is a bad guy. They have good, they have bad. Every country, I think, they have good guy, bad guy. Yeah. So I don't want to talk about it in my movie, all the Japanese bad guy. Also, I'll talk about a relationship between my girlfriend and I, so she's Japanese. So even the two countries have war, but love, just love. Never have a different country. I think that's why I want to talk in the movie.
快啲走啊！師傅，師弟，王姐嘅底子入邊要捉你啊！你快啲走啦！師兄，我唔可以連累你哋，害埋師傅啊！你俾我入去啦！
I always working, I always enjoy working. From 20 years ago, my first movie, Shaolin Temple, until now, I still enjoy I'm working because each movie have a different character, different kind of director, actor you work with. I always can learn a lot from them, That's why this movie is quite interesting because your life is just Jet Li, but in the movie I'm Han Xing, I'm a Master Hong, I'm Fang Seiyou, my father is a hero. It's a different character in your one life, so that's why I always interesting about the character. I played 5 times Huang Fei Hong, Once Upon a Time China, the character. A little bit close. So Huang Fei Hong is a little bit shy about the love. So even he loves some girls, he always put the feeling in heart. I like you, I love you, but he didn't have a lot of physical stuff, to doing in the screen, and that's a little bit close to me in my real life. Very important 2 movies make my life is changed. One is the first movie I made, called Shaolin Temple.
Of course.
One is Once Upon a Time China, first one, because the movie helped me go to next level. I think these 2 movies in my life is very important.
Could you show us some of your moves?
Whoa.
Not dancing.
Do you want to see Jet do a little bit of Kung Fu? Oh, a little bit? Just a little bit.
What kind of style you want to see?
Shaolin.
Shaolin.
Whoa,
Okay,
I'm going to move well away.
Usually I didn't want to do in front of the people about the martial arts because of you. I do that. Okay, for you.
Okay,
You want to see?
everybody quiet. Shh. Here we go. Whoa! Stop!
You moved.
Whoa! Stop! Everybody, come on through. Clear away, please. Go away. Clear away,
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, not this way. Not this way.
Somebody take off.
Hey.
Thank you.
So Chris.
Let's got to go now. Say goodbye. In terms of what you've done in the past, what can the hardcore Jet Li fans look forward to now in the future? What have you got to give us still?
In my future, I really want to make some movie. The story, some story I doesn't have a chance to make it in Hong Kong. I hope I can make it in the States in the future. I think I want to give some message that the martial art cannot solve all the problem because you need to have good heart, good story to telling people. Say, I don't want the people just watch action movie that, you know, back to the street, say, hey, come on, I want to fight, I like fights. I think you can win the physical part on the street where you lose, but it doesn't matter. Most important, just like Once Upon a Time China, the character Huang Fei Hong, you want to win their heart. That's most important. Even without fighting, you can teaching something, you can get some information, be a human, you know, treat each other, become friends. That's more important.
That's a nice way to end an interview, isn't it? Thanks very much.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
No problems.